Hey you, and welcome to lesson 8. Today we are going to talk about have to, should, must, and their negatives and how to use them to talk about obligation and to give advice or to prohibit someone from saying something. We'll also talk about clothes, things to wear, accessories, different types of shoes, and what are things made of. So let's get to it. Today we are going to talk about have to. Let's see. Have to is used to express obligation. See this? Obligation. It means something is not optional, something you gotta do. It's not like, maybe I'll do it, maybe I'll not. This is obligation. It means you have to do it. All right? It means it's necessary. Let's take a look. I have to make my bed every day. Alina has to speak English language at university. He has to attend the class at any cost. At any cost here, it means like, doesn't matter what he's got to do. He's got to attend that class. Ali has to go to office even on the weekend. So have to is used with are, you, we, and they, and plural nouns, right? And has to is used with he, she, it, names and single nouns. The negative sentence of has to is doesn't have to, and the negative sentence of have to is don't have to. All right, for questions, we start with do, you have to, do for you, they, I, and so on, and does for he, she, it, and single nouns. Okay, so do you have to? Does he have to? We use had to express obligation in the past. So the past form of have to and has to is had to. All right, let's take a look at have to and has to pronunciation. The different pronunciation of have to and has, has, and had. Okay? I have a good job. I have a good job. I have to work. I have to work hard. So notice when it's have to, when to is following have, it became an f sound, not a v sound. I have a good job. I have to. I have to. Has, if it's on its own, we will say she has a nice camera. She has a nice camera. We will have a z sound, not a s sound. Okay, but if it's followed by a to, it will have a s sound. It will be she has to train a lot. She has to train a lot. He has a good camera. So if it's on its own, has, it pronounced like a z. But if it's followed by a to, it will be pronounced as an s sound. Okay, for had, if had on its own, it will be pronounced d. I had a good time. I had a good time. But if it's followed by to, it will be pronounced more like t. I had to go. I had to go. So it's like we will merge the D with the T and it will become a T sound. So I had to go, I had to leave, I had to write it, I had to. T. So it will have a T sound. But if it comes on its own, then we will have a D sound. All right, now let's take a look about should. Let's take a look at should and shouldn't. Okay, so should is a modal verb. Just like all modals, it's followed by the base form of the verb, no additions. Verb is called the base form of the verb or the zero form of the verb. Okay, so modal verb is used to make recommendation or give advice. So should is to recommend something or give advice to somebody. It can also be used to express obligation and expectations. Let's take a look at some sentences. You should drink water every day. This is recommendation. You should drink water every day. He should study for the test tomorrow. Advice. He should study for the test tomorrow. I should buy a gift for the teacher. Obligation. I should buy a gift to the teacher or for the teacher. They should be here by now. Expectation. They should be here by now. It means, oh, they left like an hour ago. They should be here by now. Okay, so using the modal verb should is easy and it's fun. You can always use any subject. Place should after the subject, but before the base verb. So should always comes between the subject and the base verb. You should go. He should stay. All right. The formula is subject, should, base form of the verb. Right here. Let's highlight it. This is the formula. All right. Now let's take a look at should and shouldn't. Again, we can change the subject in the sentence, and you'll see that when we use should, the verb remains in the base form because this is the case with all models, right? He, shall, should, shall, should, can, could, will, would. With all those, we use the base form of the verb. They should drink water. I should study. You should buy. He should be here. Okay? Should, shouldn't just puts the sentence in the negative form. So if you want to use it in the negative, just add not after should, and that will be shouldn't or should not. Like you shouldn't watch TV. She shouldn't buy that old car. He shouldn't arrive in Raleigh until tomorrow. Pronunciation tip. The I in should is silent. The L. So it's not should, it's not should, it's just should, right? I'm sure all of you know that. Okay, so must is also used to express obligation and give advice. It can be used for future and present references. Let's take a look. All pupils must bring a packed lunch tomorrow. To give orders, we also use must, like you must go to sleep now. Or to give advice, you must get one of these new smoothie makers. They're great. You must see Nim's Island, it's brilliant. To speculate about the truth of something. Okay, to consider if something is true or not. She must be mad. You must be joking. There must be a mistake. Now, when this sort of statement is made in the negative or in the question form, can is used. Like, can Mary be joking? Can she really mean that? Okay, so if we use it in the interrogative or the question form, we will replace must with can. Okay, so must can be used in question forms instead of have to. It means the same thing. You can use must or you can use have to. They mean the same thing. Like, must you go so soon? Do you have to go so soon? Or must I invite Helen? Do I have to invite Helen? It means the same thing. Now, if you use must in a negative, it means you forbid someone from doing something. Must not is to forbid or not allow someone to do something. Like, for example, you must not cross the road when the light is red. Or you must not say things like that. We can also put must in a short form with not by using mustn't. It means the same thing. We also use mustn't to talk about things that are unacceptable or we cannot allow something to happen. Like, for example, there mustn't be any mistakes in your letter, or the whale mustn't become extinct. We shouldn't allow them to happen. If we use must in the reported speech, we change it to had to. Okay, both must and have to are changed to had to in reported speech. What is a reported speech? Is like when you are saying that somebody else had said something. For example, I must fill out those forms this evening. He said that he had to fill out some forms. Okay, so in reported speech, we use had to. All right, now let's take a look at must versus have to. Must and have to both express obligation or necessity. So they both are express obligation and necessity, and also they both are used to give advice, but there are some small differences between the two. Let's take a look. Must expresses the speaker's feeling, whereas have to expresses above all an impersonal idea. So must is personal, like I think you should do this when I say must. But if I say have to, you're talking about something that is above all, something that is not personal, like a rule or a law. All right, let's take a look at these examples. You must come. It means I want you to come. I would like it for you to come. You must come. But if I say you have to come, it means you are obliged to come. That is like a rule, and the rule requires you to come. Must I wear this? It means, am I obliged to wear this? Should I wear this? That's why in question form we can change must with have to, and they both mean the same thing. So in question form, I can say, must I wear this, or do I have to wear this? So here both are obligation. However, if I say, must I wear this, I mean, I want to know your opinion. Must I wear this? I want to know your opinion. But if I say, do I have to wear this, I'm asking if it's against the rules, or if I'm breaking a law by not wearing this. Okay, now have to merely express general obligation, where must is used for specific obligation. So have to, general obligation, must is for more specific obligation. Let's take a look. I have to brush my teeth twice a week, or twice a day. I have to brush my teeth twice a day. I must tell you something. Okay, so general is more specific. To express obligation, duty, or necessity in the future or the past, must and need are not used. They are replaced by have to. For example, we must buy another ticket, or we need to buy another ticket. We had to buy another ticket yesterday. So in the future or in the past, we use have to or had to. Must and need to is used for the present. We'll have to buy another ticket in the future, or we had to buy another ticket yesterday if we're talking about the past. However, in their negative forms, mustn't and don't have to have completely different meanings. Mustn't express prohibition. It means you are prohibited to do something. It means you're not allowed to do something. While have to, you don't have to, expresses the absence of obligation. It means it's not necessary to do things. So mustn't is way stronger than don't have to. So if I say you mustn't do this, it means you are forbidden from doing this. But if I say you don't have to do this, it means you're not required or you're not obligated to do this. This is in the negative format. Now let's take a look about things to wear. Things that we wear and the vocabulary. English vocabulary about clothes and things you wear. I have included some footwear, underwear, and accessories. A list of clothing and accessories with description of each item. A coat, overcoat, also a raincoat, is what you wear in winter over your clothes. Okay, so a coat or a raincoat, which is longer and it protects you from the rain, or an overcoat, which is kind of like a raincoat, but it's much thicker. It's normally made out of wool because it keeps you warm in very cold places. A jacket. A jacket is a short coat. Also, you also have a jacket and trousers or skirt as a part of a suit. So when you're talking about a suit consists of a jacket and trousers, or a jacket and a skirt for ladies. And or a jacket by itself is just a coat that is short. Men's suit is a formal pair of trousers and a jacket, all the same material, same color, same design. It's called a suit. Women's suit, men often wear a formal long-sleeve shirt with a tie around the collar. Women's suits are formal skirt and jacket of the same material, or it could be pants too, but normally it's called a pants suit. If a woman wears a suit with pants and a jacket instead of a skirt and a jacket, it's called a pants suit. A tracksuit. A tracksuit is a pair of trousers and a jacket that you wear when you go playing sports. Tracksuits. A jumper or a sweater or a pullover, they all mean the same thing. Jumper, sweater, pullover, they all mean the same thing. And that is something thick, normally made out of wool, and you wear it over a shirt or under a jacket to keep you warm in the winter. A cardigan. A cardigan is similar to a jumper, but it's open at the front. So it resembles a jacket, but it's made from the same material as a jumper or a sweater, but it resembles a jacket because it's open from the front. And it could have a zip or buttons to do it up. Things to wear, shoes. Everybody knows shoes. If you want to talk about a set of shoes, you say a pair of shoes. You use the plural because nobody wears one shoe, you always need two. Types of shoes. There are high heels. Those are for women, they're like the thin high heels. Or you have flat shoes. They have, they're flat. They have no heel. You have boots. Boots are longer shoes with a longer neck. They could go up to your knees, but not necessarily. They can be anywhere from between your ankle and your knees. And then you have football boots, rugby boots, hiking boots. Also, they're called, okay, those are for boots. But then you have the sports shoes. Normally, they're called sneakers or trainers. Sandals, before we go to sneakers and trainers, we have sandals. These are open shoes for summer. Sandals, you slip, your toes are showing, your foot is showing, they're sandals. Flip-flops, those are made out of rubber or plastic. Normally you wear them at home or normally you wear them at home, flip-flops, or sometimes you wear them outside, but they make a sound when you walk. That's why they're called flip-flops. Trainers, okay, trainers are basically sports shoes. Trainers are called in England. In America, they're called sneakers. They're basically the same thing. Slippers. Slippers you wear around the house also to make your feet feel warm. Flip-flops and slippers are both wear around the house, just depending on the material. If it's like a comfortable, warm material, then it's a slipper. If it's just plastic, then it's a flip-flop. All right, let's see accessories. A hat. Hat you wear on top of your head, but if it's like for men, we call it a cap. A hat is more like, round. Gloves you cover your hands with. If it's cold, a scarf. You put a scarf around your neck. A belt you put around your waist to hold your pants if they're too big. Also, they use for decoration. Even your pants fit just fine. You wear a belt to look nice. A bag you carry. There are different types of bag. You have, if it's a bag for your money, it's called a wallet. For women, it's called a purse. You have a handbag, which is bigger. Women carry it. A backpack you carry behind your back. You have a briefcase. It's a bag that's carried by businessmen. It's called a briefcase. You put your documents and files in it. You have a suitcase, which is a bigger bag you use for traveling. Okay, so you have other type of accessories are jewelry. Jewelry include necklace, bracelet, rings for your fingers, earrings for your ears or your nose, watch to tell the time. Okay, now underwear. Men's underwear, okay, men wear a pair of pants or underpants. Okay, so underpants or underwear are called for the men, for men, and for men's wear under your pants, and normally it's just called boxers. Okay, or briefs. Briefs are like a V shape, and boxers are more like box shape. A vest is you wear under your shirt. Socks is for your feet. Women wear, you have knickers, a bra, and tights for your legs. Right? Tights in America are called pantyhose. Same thing. Right. At night, men, women, and children wear pajamas and dressing gown to cover their pajamas when they first go get out of bed. So a dressing gown is you wear over your pajamas if it's cold, okay? Or if you live in the 50s. Nobody wear those anymore. Or if you're wearing, like, for women, if your night, your nightie or nightwear is revealing, you put a nightgown on or a dress gown on to cover up. Okay, now what are the things made out of? Things are made of leather, wool, denim, cotton, silk, gold, and silver. Okay, so let's take a look. These are materials, leather, leather. It comes from, there is an artificial leather that, it's made, kind of resembles plastic a little. And then you have the real leather that comes from animals, which we're completely against because we're against that. And wool, it comes from sheep. And it's used for winter clothing. You also have wool made artificially. Denim is what your jeans are made out of. Cotton is, a light fabric for summer. Silk is fancy. And what else do we have? Gold and silver, they're made for jewelry and watches. Okay, there are also types of materials that are used to make different things, such as cars, accessories, houses, and so on. You have alloy, aluminum, brass, bronze, copper, gold, iron, lead, silver, steel, zinc, bricks, carbon fibers, cement, ceramic, concrete, fiberglass, glass, marble, metal, plaster, plastic, rubber, stone, wax, and wood. All right, so this will we'll wrap it up here for today. I hope you guys do the quiz and have a good one.